we would like to welcome a very special guest for today. Let's say hello to Ian Asher. Woo,
Hello,
woo, woo.
hello. How you doing?
Hello, Ian. Why don't you introduce yourself to all the monsters who are tuned in right now?
Hi guys, I am Ian Asher. I am a DJ and music producer from California over here in the United States, and you guys might know me as the guy behind Moonlight with my good friends at SB19 and Terry Zong.
Have you ever been to the Philippines?
I haven't yet. I haven't. And that's why I'm so excited with everything going on with the song. It's like it's only a matter of time before I come and, start doing shows and everything. And
Well, that's
I
really
tried
exciting.
so hard to make it out to SB19's finale for their tour. Tried so hard to do it. Unfortunately, I was in New York. I had other shows and
Oh man.
it takes like
Well,
25 hours to travel from the US to Southeast Asia.
right.
So it's just a lot of planning, a lot of logistics. That's the thing you don't see in music. You don't see me working with guys trying to figure out how am I gonna make it with 2 hours to spare to a city on the other side of the planet.
Well, hopefully, we do see you here in the Philippines
I
soon.
will.
We all are looking forward to that, and we'll be waiting for that announcement. But right now, what I'm curious about is how it was meeting SB19. You know, your fellow
Yeah.
Filipinos, and you're meeting them in the US. What was that like? How did it happen? Tell us about it.
It was great. We met up and we just had a great time and we were just chatting, hanging out. And we did the funniest thing. We went to the little Filipino town here
Okay.
in Los Angeles, and they just started schooling me on all the Filipino dishes. I learned so much. I had so much uh like broadening of my, culinary palette
Right.
when it comes to Filipino food. I had balut for the first time.
And how did you find
Uh,
that?
it was interesting.
Interesting is the word that a
Interesting.
lot of people would use. Yes.
Yeah.
Any other? What would you say is your favorite dish that SB19 introduced to you?
Um, I loved halo halo.
Ooh, okay.
I'm
That's
with
a
a ube.
Filipino
I think
classic.
the thing is I love ube.
Okay.
So yeah, that's like my one of my favorite flavors.
So it's clear why you would love halo halo for sure.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would ask you if they taught you any Filipino words, but I'm kind of scared that they may have tricked you into some words that we can't say on air. So we'll leave that question out. Maybe you can share it with us.
They did, but they were all most definitely words that you can't say. Yeah,
Okay,
I'll
well,
let you
maybe
know.
you can just share it with us on your personal accounts, but not here for
Yeah,
sure. We'll
yeah.
leave it up to the imagination of the monsters. But of course, I do want to ask you about what it was like working with SB19. How did this collaboration come about?
This collaboration, well, they had actually come to me and because they were looking for, someone to collaborate with who was Asian American, and in the dance music side and the electronic music side, and they heard about me and they found out that I was half Filipino, and so they reached out and asked if I was interested. I said yes, of course. Um, and so then Terry was in Los Angeles too, so we hit the studio and then just started vibing, coming up with some ideas. We came up with the original concept for Moonlight, the original kind of very stripped back version, you know, of it, and sent it back to the guys in the Philippines, and then they sent back their version, and then we were doing back and forth a little, and yeah, that's how the song came about. We actually did not make it in Manila. We made it over the internet, you know.
Well, I guess that's what the past couple of years have brought us, right? A
Yeah.
chance to connect with artists even from miles and miles away. But would you say that the original version of Moonlight would be very similar or very different to the now version of Moonlight?
It was similar. It was like a stripped back kind of version, but it didn't have the magic that, SB19 really brought to it. You know what I mean? I mean, their performance and the way that, they sing and execute on each and every word, and the kind of like swag and movement they bring into it. It's just something that you can't, only they can do it, and that's what they brought, and I'm so glad, it
And when you
worked
were
out like
coming up with the song Moonlight, what message did you have in mind when you were coming up with this song? What did you want to tell all the
well,
listeners of
it,
this song?
it with this song, it was interesting because the actual hook, the word moonlight, we had come up with everything else, like lyrically wise, and the concept of it, except moonlight. And so what SB19, what they sent back, they changed the whole title. It was like a totally different title. They came up with moonlight, and that, doing what we do in the moonlight, that tagline, it just perfectly sums up, I mean, everything that the song is like actually about, you know. And so they just have such a great way, on top of like the performance aspect and their delivery on the vocals, of just really condensing the core idea and like meaning of the song into something that is short and just catchy, and you just can't get out of your head.
Definitely. This is a song that I'm pretty sure a lot of its listeners have had stuck on their heads
Yes.
in like the past couple of weeks since it came out. So it's a really great song and it's a really great collaboration between the three artists. So thank you so much for joining us today. Do you have any messages to your fans here in the Philippines? We have people in the comments saying, come to the Philippines soon so we can party with you and SB19 in the
Yes.
moonlight.
Yes, to all my Filipino fans, and everyone who's showing love and giving support to not only me but the boys and the record. I just want to say a special thank you. I love you guys so much, more than you could ever imagine, and I just cannot wait to be there with you guys in person. So yes, we can party under the moonlight. So it'll be soon. It'll be soon. We're gonna make it happen.